Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Hero House Reviews. Today we're doing the second Star Wars Black Series character I mentioned, Obi-Wan Kenobi, or more specifically, General Kenobi, because this is him during the Clone Wars when he, happened to wear some of their armor a lot of the time, which makes sense, and I think shows that Obi-Wan again is one of the smarter Jedis because he donned armor. And Obi-Wan always had that little X factor going for him. I think he's probably the real hero of the saga, as far as I'm concerned, but that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about the figure. And some issues right out of the gate, having had a bit of a fiddle with him. I mean, I was blown away by the Palpatine, but this is an exclusive as far as I'm aware. Like, this guy is hard to find, and he just has a few issues. I mean, I've got him holding the lightsaber now, but it's quite fiddly to get him to hold that lightsaber. Like, his hand is not sized right to hold it. It just slips through a lot of the time unless you move it very precisely, which in this day and age, with how action figures are going, is like quite an oversight, particularly for like an exclusive figure. And he's got a hole in his belt, and you can take the energy blade out of his lightsaber so you can have it holstered if you want. But then you have the dilemma of the peg they've put on the lightsaber handle isn't quite big enough to peg it in properly to his belt, so you have to have his leg perfectly straight for it to even fit. And then you've also just got the spare energy blade like lying around, and the peg that isn't big enough to put it into the belt properly doesn't like fit into his hand either, so it makes holding the lightsaber more difficult again. So it's simultaneously too small and too big, so it's just a bad design all around. That said, he looks great once you have him out. I mean, look at that. The armor is popping. Like, the material bits go well with the plastic of the armor. His face sculpt is Ewan McGregor. Like, he looks great. And accessory-wise, bit sparse. I mean, you get the lightsaber, which, comes apart so you can have it not activated. So that's kind of a coolish gimmick that's undermined by the poor design. And then he comes with a little triangular stand that says Star Wars so you can, pose him better. Which, again, is sadly necessary because my one's leg doesn't really bend at the ankle region. The joints they've got for the ankles feel very delicate, and I'd be very nervous trying to move it into a position where it wouldn't break. I might, try heating it to try and make it more malleable. So, yeah. Not a perfect figure, sadly. Not as mind-blowing as Palpatine. But again, does look very good. His articulation is quite good, apart from those ankle joints and, unfortunately, the shoulders. I mean, because he's got these big pauldrons, I believe they're called, they just limit his ability to move his arms up over his head. Which, again, is unfortunate. He's definitely more of a display piece than sort of, anything else, I feel. Which is okay because he does look very, very good once you have him out. The white and the black combined with the bits of brown and the head sculpt make him look dynamic. But at the moment, he's unfortunately sitting on like a 3 out of 5 just because of all those articulation issues and the relatively sparse accessories. I mean, he's not super expensive if you can find him in the wild, but because he is an exclusive, finding him is a challenge. But, then again, that's factored into the score of 3. Anyway, that's enough ranting. Let's take some pictures and see if he's fun enough in that respect to bump himself up a bit. One moment. Have it. It was fun taking the pictures. Again, he is a great looking figure. That head sculpt, the armor, all really well done. Unfortunately, it does just hinder his articulation, and the lightsaber in his hand is so loose and fiddly, and it just doesn't connect to his belt well. So I can't really bump him up beyond a 3. Decent value if you love Obi-Wan, or are a completionist, definitely try and pick it up. But if you just want a good Obi-Wan figure, I'm sure there's better ones out there with more articulation that'll be easier to find. Like, I saw a Padawan Obi-Wan while I was buying this one, and frankly I think that probably would have moved better. It's just I happen to prefer Obi-Wan at this stage in his development as a character, so I went for this. But yeah, beyond that, 3 out of 5 figure. Looks great, doesn't move very well, and the lightsaber situation was not well thought out, unfortunately. I guess that's it. If you want to see more, we have plenty more reviews, we have figure fights, and we have Hero House where you can see the action figures in action. Yeah, so please come again, like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!